Hey everybody, we're here with this Densha De GO compact. We did the full size before, we don't have that anymore, but we just got this compact in. Very excited to have it, and I think it will be a great addition to our show lineup. Now, I do want to get a full size again at some point because it really does have a good impact, but it's not meant for every show. This is more perfect for like a 1 or 2 truck show. We've got maybe 20 in the range of 20 to 40 cabs, whereas the full size, definitely I wouldn't recommend it to anyone for more than any less than a 40, 60 show, 60 cab show. So we'll get one of those again later, but for now, we had to pick up a compact as well to fulfill our smaller shows. So we these are quite a bit harder to get right now because of the size. While there are definitely arcades that want the bigger cab for the impact, I think there's a lot more arcades that the space is just worth a lot more. So as a result, these cabs are about $1,000 to $2,000 more expensive than the full size in Japan. But due to the shipping cost of the full size, they end up working out to about the same price once you get it to the States. And especially after if I were to freight like a full size out to somebody, it's going to cost them quite a lot more than this is. And so I'm not going to do too much looking over on the gameplay, since we did a very extensive look over it on the full size. But I am going to take this apart. I am going to fire it up, and we'll do a run through of something just to kind of show off the cab and a little bit of the differences. So obviously the first is very small. If you look at it, this cab is maybe two cab unit size. Where I use like a cab unit is about roughly 3 foot by 3 foot. So that alone, it's probably a quarter of the size of the, maybe like a sixth of the size, you think?
Yeah, almost.
The full size is huge.
It is.
Now, granted,
you can fit 4 or 5 people inside the full size.
When we get the side monitors on, it will be bigger and it will take up more space in transit. One of the things I'm going to do while we're putting this together is figure out if it's worth taking those monitors off every single show to have it take up less space. Because as you can tell, it would be much easier to move this than the full size would be. So I'm just getting these screws off here on the side. Another thing to notice is it's definitely it is more of a quote budget style. It's an SD cab, I would say not a DX or something is what I would say. One of the big ones is the seat does not have the nice cushion and the crushed velvet. It's just this plastic, and while I intend to keep this cab for a long time, I'm thinking I'm going to go in here and I'm going to mod something into it. I'll cut out a piece of wood and do actual upholstery like they normally would for this. So this box here is the monitors to give you an idea of the size of it all. But it looks like it's just a couple bolts here, like 5 bolts, and it just screws in. There's probably just 2 connectors on each side, 3 connectors. There's a power for the monitor, a DVI-D, another power, I guess?
I think for the side light.
Yeah, maybe. But that's all it is on each side. It looks probably very easy to take these on and off. Actually, there's been speakers on it. There's been a broken down cab on Yahoo Japan's parts. So like center side monitors, and like seat or something like that. So, but no, since they're so simple to come off, there's a very good chance that we'll just take them off. Because look at this monitor. It's not very big.
Yeah.
It's very easy to move.
Yeah. We should actually just keep this box because it's padded nicely.
No, it's padded nicely, yeah, but more than likely, since the box doesn't quite fit mine, it fits under the seat,
And it's probably a little too tall.
Yeah, it may not fit. Anyway, regardless, we could probably just keep a bunch of bubble wrap and then just flat pack. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That's probably fine.
Yeah, with how many bolts it is, it's what? 2 bolts on each side?
5. There's 2 in the back and then 3 on the sides here.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, this is very simple, and I mean, this probably won't even be that long of a video footage. We were talking about this earlier when we did Gun Bullet. Like that cab took us 2 hours to get together, but we were, and I've kind of talked about this with others before. I want to, when we put a cab like that together, I kind of want to stream it and put up a VOD. It's interesting, it's fun. I only did it once with Museka to Bishibashi channel, and I took way longer than I should have. But it was fun to do, and it's, you know, it's a different look into the industry that you don't normally get to see, and particularly the videos that we're, like this video that we're doing right now, it's already something that you don't get to see all the time. You know, it's novel. And that's why, even though I consider my production value pretty terrible, you know, people still enjoy it. So I am thinking, you know, down the line, once I get stuff more set up, I want to do that stuff. If you would be interested in it, definitely put it down in the comments. Let me know. Because like a lot of this stuff, I would not be so active doing these videos if people weren't watching them. Now, granted, I do, and I'm about to say I do these videos because I want to, but it really is you guys watching this that gives me the energy to continue doing it, to not leave a cab behind. There's a lot of cabs that will sit here for a month, 2 months, 3 months.
I need security parts to take the back off first.
Okay.
So, not yet.
But, oh, do you have to take, yeah, I guess you do have to take the backs off this first, so I'll just let that happen. But, yeah, I don't know if I'll have cabs that'll sit here for months simply because I haven't gotten around to doing a video on it yet. I want to do these videos and I want to share them with you, so. So people may recognize this cab from the location test in Dallas at Dave & Buster's. They did an English localization and put it there, and it was on this style cabinet. So one of the things that we're going to do, and it's possible, but I kind of feel like not likely since it was a location test, that there's English language in the menu. But I'm not hoping for it. This is a little bit newer. I think we got this cab before the location test, so the data may not have it, but there's supposed to be an update for the game.
That may have it.
Well, no, it adds a couple extra courses and stuff like that. But who knows if it have it? If not, that's fine. But that's just kind of one of those neat things that may be lost, considering I don't think it's going to go, you know, beyond that location test. I don't think it's really going to take off much. Just some commenting, and I just mentioned that because Gun Bullet had the English option, but again, Gun Bullet also has an English version. And I think the one thing that I didn't mention when we did that video is that if it's anything at all like ES3 data, let me know if you need help with that. If it's anything at all like ES3 data, they're packed in VHD files, a virtual hard drive image, and for the export version,
2 bolts.
They were already on it. Oh, I took them off. No, they're right here.
So those 3 lock nuts, you can leave them on because it slides in.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, they're in virtual hard drive images, and when we looked at, Jesus, this one's tight.
Yeah.
When we worked on Mario Kart, there was one in there that was just labeled EXP as export, and I think just based on the boot script, it will actually just boot in that, and most of the data is shared. So the Taito systems are a little bit different. I wouldn't expect that necessarily to just be in there, but we'll see. Yeah, do you have a handle with a bigger grip?
Yeah, it's in the.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna find mine real quick. All right. Now, just the handle on that thing is a little too small. So, my bits here. So one other thing that's interesting with this cab over the full size is that they decided to put a GTX 2080 in it, which,
I mean, the full size only runs a 1080.
or it's an RTX or whatever, right?
Yeah, RTX 2080.
I may not have the right. It's I got it.
Okay. I do
But,
have the larger ones over there if you need it.
The best that we could speculate was that they ran out of whatever huge supply they had of 1080s that
They're actually using
in the previous.
DisplayPort on these.
Yeah, well, so that's the thing, and I mentioned this in the video for the full size too. Is there's 4 monitors, and the 1080 can only support 3D on 3 monitors. So the 3D is obviously the 3 center monitors, and the 4th one is the touch monitor down here. So I don't know if that it doesn't matter if it changes with the 2080 or not, but there's no reason whatsoever that I can think of that this thing would need a 2080 over a 1080 when the full size runs a 1080.
Yeah.
So again, like, we think that they probably had a big stock of 1080s. They put them in everything. Starwing Paradox has them. I don't know if I've mentioned in a previous video, but they, a lot of when Starwing Paradox went out and they started listing the PCBs on Yahoo Japan, they were going for super high prices because people were just buying them to gut the 1080s out of them. And after that, like, I started seeing a bunch go up that didn't have the graphics card. So either the vendors were realizing why people were buying them and gutting the 1080s themselves, or people were buying them, gutting the 1080, and then just relisting the PCB. At any rate, so I'm pretty sure the game will run on a 1070. And I have a 1070 in my computer at home. And when I've got more time, when I'm not in the middle of shows and I can do some projects, I'm going to go and swap the 2080 in this for a 1070 and see if it still works. And if it's fine, I'm putting a 2080 in my computer. I barely ever use, and I'm not going to use all the graphics processing that I need, but I do run it at a 4K resolution, and the 2080 will help with that. So anyway, just interesting that it comes with a 2080. All right, so you got one side done there.
Put these on.
Yeah, I see. So those just clip in.
Yeah, I'm also gonna feed those back in.
Yeah, well, this cab hasn't been used in a while. I'm sure it's very hungry.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is super easy to take on now.
Could build this in 15 minutes.
Oh, you wouldn't even really need a second person. This would be a one-man job.
This actually might even transport well with them on.
Oh yeah, well, actually, now that I look at it, the angle of them, it doesn't take up that much extra space.
It's very shallow on them.
Yeah. I mentioned on previous video stuff about like point blank and space efficiency on a truck, but this is really not that much more. This could go next to 2 candy pads and it'd be fine. So yeah, maybe we just won't worry about that. Okay. So I mentioned in my previous video too, but did you notice the weird shape of this monitor?
On the back?
No, on this here.
Oh, the aspect ratio?
Yeah. So
Is it actually sitting low?
It's actually like sitting low, and there's extra monitor. So just interesting that they did that. We don't even need to get this back on.
I barely put mine on.
We all plugged? Yeah, we're good. There she is. You can actually see like the Type X logos down here.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so now that we've got this whole thing together here,
That's definitely a nice quick build.
yeah. So again, I definitely want to put a nicer seat on this. I think it'd be a neat touch.
Yeah, it's like.
And if anything, long term, right now I can't easily just get another one of these, but if I keep a cab in the arcade for myself, it'd be one of these. And I think that would be really neat. I definitely would like it. There's no way I could fit a full size. This cab, easy, no problem. I'd happily have this in the arcade. For now, I'm keeping the Densha De GO 3 that we got in the arcade. Since I don't really, I'm probably not bringing that one to shows. The older cabs are definitely a lot more difficult for people to just pick up compared to these. So anyway, I will be doing a video on the Densha De GO 3 because I did a 1 and 2 before. And since then I've gotten the Densha 3, which is the harder of the bunch to get and emulate. So, I missed it.
It was a quad-core i5 at 3 gigahertz and then a 2070.
Oh, it's a 2070.
2070.
Okay, I thought it was a 2080.
It's a 2070.
I'm pretty sure it was a 2080. Okay, well, anyway, it's a 2070. I've been lying this whole time. So
Close enough.
here we go. I'll let this game boot up, and then we'll do a quick game. Pretty sure the data's not going to be any newer than what we had before because there wasn't an update for a long time. Also, I think even if there was, it'd be locked behind network anyway. So let's get this started up, and maybe even now that I'm not like great or anything at the game from what little I played, but now that I'm a little better, maybe I can I will do a little bit better play than I did last time I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'd mentioned it in the last Densha video as well. Like Densha 3 specifically, it's on a different hardware than 1 and 2, and is a little harder to emulate. So yeah, while this is booting up, let's take a look at stuff like the coin counter, the insides, because it's a lot smaller.
Coin counter is 962.
Damn. That is one
Very low.
low-ass play count.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell this cab is very
Very,
new looking. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and granted, it's a newish cab, but
Yeah, 962.
yeah, actually, let me grab the phone off the...
Grab it off the stand.
Yeah, and actually come down here and take a look, but I'm kind of not surprised. That's nice. Like, who knows? Maybe I will just put it into the arcade. I don't know yet. The arcade is, I mean, that's a whole nother subject, is figuring out, you know, what all is going to fit in there. I like the coin bucket. It's cute and small.
That's so small.
Let me grab the... It looks like the game has booted up, so since it always takes forever on its first boot, I'll get it started too. Nothing in there. Yeah, and down there, 962 coin counter.
So it has
Yeah, it has
coin
two counters, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is definitely taking it. There we go. Go ahead, throw a credit in, and... So I mean, all this is just the same as it was before.
Do you want to take a look at the menu?
I mean, we'll find out pretty quick, but... So actually, no, I think there's... Is that... No.
路線を選んでください。
Is there more lines on this? I don't... No.
ミッションを選んでください。
I don't remember if we had these lines.
No, you didn't. It only had, I think it was like green and...
Oh no, there was at least
Yeah.
6 different lines, but it looks like maybe there's some new stuff
I
in
think
here.
that 2 credit code was different.
No, that's the, what's it called, the tutorial, but... Let's just go...
ミッションを選んでください。強いブレーキは
Oh, we need more
コ
credits.
インを入れてください。
Okay.
それでは出発進行。
Okay, so anyway, let's take a look inside the PCB door, because this is going to take forever to boot up. It always does on its first boot. Open this factory, yeah. And, I mean, inside just looks all the same.
Got a manual down there.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Some spare fuses, which is good. That's something I need to check all the cabs at some point for what common fuses we need and make sure to keep all of them, because that's a pretty common problem at some point, and not a common thing to always have on you. Okay. So like a couple minutes probably this will come up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to talk about on this cab before anything else. Can you think of anything?
That I can think of, no.
Bring this over here so we can see the statistics screen on the left. But yeah, we'll go into test menu after this and
see if it has that.
well, I want to see what the date code is and stuff like that. JR, powered by Red Bull.
Red Bull. It should be Pocari Sweat, right?
Yeah, it should be Pocari Sweat is right. We'll see about that when we get our vending machine. I'm gonna see how much stuff I can actually stock up.
I'm gonna pull this back just a tiny bit for you.
God, yeah, no, like, get a nice padded cushion seat here. This thing's
That would
actually,
be
this
nice.
is cozy.
Yeah.
No, this thing is cozy. Like, it's not the room, but it is cozy. Yeah, I
think
like
you're-
this cab. What's up? No, that's just for you see, we can even see like it is struggling
lagging
to load shit. So, and again, it does this the first time. Densha does, Starwing Paradox does, all of them, you know, the first load. So, there. See, now it's probably I can, yeah. I mean, even that might take a while to load the next one. And I think it's just a resource thing. It's the loading those resources for the first time.
Oh, to pull them into RAM.
So here's an actually interesting thing, and now that I think about it, oh no, this is X4. That's right. Never mind. I was thinking because X3 they released a BIOS. There's a BIOS update for the X3 that lets you use newer graphics cards that otherwise you can't. It's like X3s are great now. Keihin Tohoku? I think no. I want to say this was in the data before, but we'll take a look at the test menu after this. But I'm actually not used to this panel.
1番線ドアが閉まります。ご注意ください。次の電車をご利用ください。
扉が閉まります。駆け込み乗車はおやめください。
点出発進行秋葉原停発。
次は上のお出口は右側です。
制限速度もオーバーしています。
西日本へおいでのお客様と新幹線宇都宮線高崎線常磐線地下鉄銀座線地下鉄 乗り換えです。上野の次は田端に止まります。The next station is 上野 JK30. The doors on the right side will
信
open.
号
Please
65
change
よ
here
し
for the Shinkansen, the Yamanote Line, the Utsunomiya Line, the Takasaki Line, the Kyoto Line, the Gitasoba Line, the Hibiyasoba Line, and the Keisei Line. The stop after Ueno will be Tabata.
Oh, I'm way.
You're way back.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe I didn't get that one. Am I really? Oh god, yeah, no, because
Because you were slow
yeah,
for
this one
that.
was too slow, yeah. God, what an embarrassing run, whatever. I don't fucking care. I'm not used
ここには停
to,
車できません。
I'm not used to this panel. Yeah,
メートル以内です。ここには停車でき
I
ま
haven't
せん。
driven this train yet,
停
so.
車位置から5メートル以内に停車しましょう。
Oh, there's a no wonder it's a different stop. It's an express. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Yeah, no, that's why. It's a fucking express.
You have to slow down for the station
Yeah,
still,
well,
but...
well, yeah, yeah, but it's not that station that I was supposed to stop at, so.
65よし。
速度よし。
Yeah, that threw me off.
通過いたしますウグイス谷日暮里西日暮里へは降りましたホームの向かい側2番線の列車をご利用くだ
Also, I'm
さ
just
い
like paying attention to other stuff right now, so. Yeah, I'll lose points for increasing right, but.
上野停車。
I don't know, maybe this one isn't, because I played at least all of them once, so maybe this one wasn't on the previous game. I'll look back at the video later. Anyway. I wasn't really going to delve much into gameplay, because we did it last time, but let's open up, look at chess menu. Let's see if I can get a, I'll compare the version to,
The other one.
than what I had before, yeah. Okay. So let's see. I don't remember if there's a touch. No, there's not. So.
The sound effect still works.
Okay, so to system. Fuck.
Unless it's...
That is a select switch.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so system. Might have to put up the camera.
Yep, there.
I'm gonna put it on freeze mode for.
There we go.
I've got an IC card. This is fine. Okay. It's just info. Oh god. I think I need to come back later and turn all this off because it looks like they've got shop close setting for everything, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then no, we don't want that. We want, oh no, yeah, it's right there, never mind. Version 5.60 February. This is definitely newer. So
Yeah, February 2021.
so yeah, that's good to know. But other than that, I don't think there's anything special to note. Like, the seat does not have any vibration. So that might be something I'll go in and try and get a shaker in there. Because it was a neat experience with the other one, that little extra bum each time. You know, and I don't think that the data changes at all on this, so. But yeah, no, that's good to know it's a newer version. So I'll definitely, oh, we were going to check language, right?
Yes.
Which is definitely at least worth looking at.
To see if we
And
have
again, it more than likely doesn't have it. So that would be, well, that would have been system settings, but there wasn't anything in there. So we've got monitor input, LED network, sound system, and yeah, there's nothing in there. So Okay, so I guess it's just not in there. That's fine.
But with Taito games, usually it's in the registry to swap the language.
With the old, with like Groove Coaster, it was, and there wasn't a region for this as
Okay.
before, so it wouldn't be. Anyway, that's interesting, and just out of curiosity, this might take a while to load up, but I'm curious if they added anything to the old game modes, or if it's just 1 and 2. But otherwise, yeah, that kind of sums up this cab. All the parts otherwise are the same. Kind of nice. So yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that. I do intend to keep this cab for good. It's not getting sold, you know, maybe unless I get another one and someone wants it. But with the size of it, the convenience, and just the draw, it's definitely gonna stay on as a show cab for quite a while. Look forward to seeing it out at shows, and look forward to our next video. Until then, stay safe and take care. We'll see you next time.